Umineko. I'm gonna start it right now. Here we go. Right, we should hear the birds. The famous seagulls that go nya nya nya. Right. Let's go. I do want to point out, Tribuki, I do want to point out that I did decide to write what I think happened in the entirety of episode 1. And I'm not gonna make an expose to showcase it, at least now. I think I'm gonna wait until we're on, like, the end of episode 4, right? But, there was a lot of shit that happened in episode 1. I still don't know if there's more bullets. I think that's, like, one of the things I don't get. Right? One of the things I still don't get about episode 1. That I don't think I will ever get. Because we lack info? How did she die? She had the gun. How did she get shot? And also, extra question. How the fuck did this happen? Like, how? The worst part is, with the old bullshit of this, right? This doesn't showcase that they did not find any parts besides, I think, one part of Maria's jaw, which is what they used to identify her, and that's it. So, like, if it was Rosa who did it, I mean, Rosa did say she hates a child. Like, would Rosa really be capable of dismembering and fucking destroying their bodies so violently? I understand Rosa, like, you know, Rosa doing shit like this, right? This is just, you shoot people. That's fine. This, you just bash your head in. I don't see Rosa able to do this. Like, what? Also, Triviki, I missed the end of the stream. It was right after the web red of truth. And it was right after, Beatrice, like, decided to kill herself in order to counter it. It feels good to kill Shannon. And Eva too, you deserve it, Eva. What if it's Eva, like, every chapter? That would be funny. Anyways, I do want to point out, because I did think of it right after, right? Because it did leave me completely stunned. On the spot. Web red of truth, right? It did leave me completely stunned, and I did not know what to do until I thought about it. And I think I know. I think I actually know. Give me a second. I gotta open the Umineko episode 3 shot, which is 35 megabytes. Get them. I was thinking, right? I was like, how is it possible that there's 18 life forms on the island? No life forms other than humans have any connection to the game. There's 15 dead, there's 3 alive, and yet there's a 19th person that we don't know we still managed to kill. Right? That is insane. Except for, I think, the only lead I have. Right? You see those? Those right here. Alright, all those. Wait, give me a second. What's a good color? Let's do red. That way you can't reach it. I think yellow? No, that's worse. It's invisible. Green is okay. Green is okay. So, you see those? I'm just gonna highlight this. What if one died before the island and got replaced? If the 15 are all dead and let me up the size because I think that's pretty important. If the 15 are all dead and yet there's an extra person, what if one of them got killed by Eva, who probably found the gold or like knew about the gold before the meeting and just wanted to use the meeting as a chance to weed out everyone to ensure she gets the gold and like, you know, plan it out properly? Because like with how the kills are laid out, it's clear there's some preparation, right? So I would think that if she prepared things, she could even prepare them further by starting to kill before the island. And then she just gets like, I don't know, a guy to replace someone in the family. So I don't, it could be one of the 6 at the start. I don't think it's possible, right? I was thinking about that. I was thinking, oh, if there's one who's alive despite being declared dead, that would work. Except, no, not for the first 6 deaths. Because only the victims are inside the room. Victims. So a body double would not count. So the solution to the first Twilight is somewhere else. But, like, say Kumasawa was replaced by someone. No, Kumasawa died. Fucking face. You could also. I gotta discard those. I don't even use them. But that's a beautiful Kinzo though. That's beautiful. Yeah, so what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know, I genuinely forgot. Right, okay, body double. Yeah, okay, so there's a body double of one of them. Maybe Battler? No, not Battler. Like, Battler, no one has seen Battler in, like, what? 15 years. If Battler wasn't declared alive, that would have worked. Like, who hasn't been seen in 30 years in this list? Like, who could be a plausible body double? Goda, maybe? Goda is possible. Nanjo is not possible. Unless... No, Nanjo is on the island before the family arrives. So it can't be Nanjo. So Goda. Kumasawa, potentially. I doubt it, but maybe Kumasawa. Genji, I doubt it. Unless Kinzo is in on it. But you know what? I'm realizing. What if Kinzo is in on it? And like, yes, he did die. But I think, you know, it's all a game to him. And I think the second that Eva came up to him and was like, "Hey, Dad, I found your gold." Kinzo went, "Oh, really? Okay, I have the ring, and whatever else you need, tell me. We'll set up the ceremony. We will bring back the witch." And he just believes it's like complete randomness. You know, it's set up. So he probably trusted Eva to go at random. Right? He repeatedly mentioned, especially in episode 2, about, oh, like the body roulette, or the demon roulette, or some shit, right? He was talking about bullshit like this. So what if Kinzo could have replaced Genji? It's not like many people care about Genji and Genji doesn't talk. The only person who cares about Genji, really, is Kinzo. Cross, Natsui, Deyoshi, George, Rudolph, Kiri, Rosa, impossible to replace. So the only possible to replace are Kinzo, Genji. I'm realizing it would be pretty easy to replace Kinzo. The only one who has access to the edge ship is Kinzo and Genji, right? If Eva kills Kinzo and gets him replaced by like some random guy as an accomplice, gets him locked in Kinzo's room so nobody sees him, and he comes out like, you know, whenever necessary. If Genji is in on it, and then dies pretty quickly, right? But no, Kinzo can't have been replaced, but Kinzo can be in on it. Okay, I forgot, Kinzo died. Those two died. Maybe Nanjo? I think it would be Nenjo. I think it's Nenjo. No, Nenjo... Nenjo is the one who was killed at the end, so it can't be him. Goda then? No, Goda died in the first Twilight, didn't he? I don't know. I had this old theory about a body double, but I did not stop to ponder who could it be. And now I'm not seeing it. Is it Hideyoshi? What if it's Hideyoshi? No, because then George would have noticed. I don't know. The theory was good for like 3 seconds. But it's not good anymore. Also, I accidentally bugged the sound. Seriously, what the fuck, clap? What's up? Give me a second. Alright, hello again. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely do not know. I think the web word of truth, I didn't crack it. Like, that would have worked. Using my precious 4G to watch. I'm glad. Thank you for your money sacrifice. Very appreciated. I'll say one last thing about this. I'm loving the Theorising. yeah, but I still don't want to take too much time, right? But I think... whoever it is, it could be Eva. Right? But like, I do think the caveat is that one of the dead is not actually dead. Because one of the alive is obviously alive. Like, you can't fake being alive. Maybe all their bodies just did that. Maybe one of the bodies just got up and started killing people again, like Canon. What about that? Have you thought of that? And then he disappeared because there was a spider nearby. Whatever you say, Beatrice, sure, I'll believe you, Beatrice. Fuck you, Beatrice. So, like, yeah, I think, really, the only option... No, but Genji died. Can be anyone from first Twilight. Unless there's a trick to it. And if it's not someone from the first Twilight, then I don't see how it's possible. Right? Like, say, if Hideyoshi got killed and replaced, George would have noticed. If Rudolph and Kiri got killed, or like just Kiri, Rudolph would have noticed. The rest of the family would have noticed. It's impossible that they didn't notice. So what could it be? Technically, she could imitate Rosa, right? She could replace Rosa. It's pretty easy to be a Rosa, if you think about it. It's pretty easy to be Rosa. You just, like, beat up children. And then you win. Like, it's just that simple. I think that might be my theory. She's the easiest to reproduce. Also, Umineko crashed. Dude, are you serious? I was trying to start it, but the game does not work, so... I guess we stop talking. You know, I genuinely do not know any further. I thought about episode 1, I've got most of it laid out for episode 1. I've got a lot of issues with episode 2 that I'm still trying to figure out. Because I genuinely do not know. I still don't know how any of this could have happened. This web right of truth is insane. That's the only out I have. But that doesn't mean I should stop trying to figure out something else. There's gotta be one of those that is technically true, but also false. I actually remember a good one, right? I watched a video that was like, what if Steamed Hams was Umineko, right? Was a Umineko parody of Steamed Hams. And I remember, I watched it, I had no idea what the fuck Umineko even was, and I just saw the red truth. And I saw Beatricked claim that there was like actual Aurora Borealis inside the kitchen. Yeah, it is a really good video. And then like the equivalent to Beatricked is like, are you kidding me? Are you for real? This is not possible. And then she drops. It's really spoilery, I've heard. It's spoilery of the fact that there's red truth. I've not rewatched it since. I have not rewatched it since. All I know is there's a red truth about, oh, there is Ned Flanders' mother did not see any fire, right? That was the red truth. About, oh, his mother did not see any fire. But the fact is, in The Simpsons, it is actually a spoiler of The Simpsons, or like really late into the show, you find out that the woman that Flanders lives with is not his mother. It's someone else. And that's what it was based on, the red truth. So I think it's this type of shit, where there's something, there's one sentence, all of this, that is technically true, but practically false. Right? Like, as I said, one example would have been a body double. That would have been a perfect example of technically true, but practically false. But I don't see what else. Like, all of this is just... Yeah, Eva can't do shit, Butler can't do shit. They can't have done shit. Nenjo and Jessica were alone. Jessica did not do it. Nenjo just died because he's a loser. What if Nenjo just like... the bullet that flew into the air that looked like a human? What if it was a cardboard, like, cut out? And you got shot by a cardboard cutout. Not even a robot, he just like saw a cardboard cutout and his head just did that. Right? What if? Have you thought of that? I think that could be it. Even with her feet on the ground, what, did she think we would think the human was flying? But yeah, no. There's a lot of things that I gotta consider. The body double does not work because I just can't figure out who would be replaced. And if there's someone who's gonna be replaced, it would have to be a servant. And if it's a servant who's replaced, that would be like the perfect time, right? If it's Genji, he calls up everyone to go to Kinzo's study, or if it's Kinzo, right? Kinzo would be the easiest to replace, as I've said, but like the victims are inside the rooms, and there's no one else. So you can't even claim that there's like Kinzo in the room, and then the body double of Kinzo in the room. Right? Unless there's a mistranslation, because I remember there was a mistranslation in episode 2 that I had to be clarified of. Because I misunderstood it. But yeah. Because like, if none of the 6 died an accidental, none of the 6 died of suicide, then one of the 6 died of homicide, and the homicide could have been done beforehand. Right? Homicide could have been done beforehand, and then someone else is just pretending to be dead on the floor. Right? So like, there's no one hiding in the 6 rooms. Okay. Okay, what if? I'm realizing. Neurons are firing. Brain blast. Okay. Picture this. Alright, picture this. Eva arrives on the island earlier than usual. Finds the gold. Because, you know, brain smart or some shit. She proceeds to go with Kinzo, talk with Kinzo. Talks it out with Kinzo. Upon doing so, she kills Kinzo, right? Or disposes of him, or finds a way to convince him that like either Ear or Genji has to die. I don't know what she said, I can't know what she said. I don't care. Devil's proof. Whatever. Upon doing that, she goes back, meets with the family at the airport, they go to the island. Kinzo's already dead in his study. Right? Someone who's dressed as Kinzo, that she hired for some reason, is there. And is going to like call everyone up inside Kinzo's study. All the servants. Which like Kinzo calling out the servants, that's not suspicious, right? Like yeah, it's weird that he would call the servants, but it's his house. If he decides to have all the servants meeting, sure. That is a perfect opportunity for killing 6 people. Right? If Kinzo is just like, hey, everyone come over. He kills all of them, like the accomplice kills all of them, then lays down on the floor and pretends to be dead. If Kinzo's body is also in the room, hidden inside the room, because that's the easiest place to hide a body on the island, right? And the murderer is pretending to be dead. He is not hiding. Kinzo died instantly. The victim is inside the room. No other people. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Oh, did I not realize that? No other people exist inside the room besides the victims then. Oh my god, I hate having like this big theory, and then just I realized I misread one line. Oh my god, okay, let's just carry on. I'm not figuring it out. I really thought It would be the easiest, and I think that's why it's not the easiest. I think that's why. Right? The Umineko experience, for sure, for sure. God. It's like... I don't actually see, oh, the murderer. Like, Kinzo's study is a closed room. There is no one hiding. And if the murderer was laying down... The victim is Kinzo. So Kinzo's body would be inside the room. And no other people exist, so that excludes someone pretending to be Kinzo. So that's false. I don't fucking know. Let's keep going. Let's stop. I'm sorry. I've been going for like 30 minutes. I've been going for 30 minutes and I've not figured out anything. I mean, I figured out that I'm wrong. Right? At least there's that. But, oh my god. Beato. Give me a second. I need to do something important. There we go. That was important. That was necessary. We can continue. Beato. Femttler, is it? I mean, yeah, the thing is she did destroy herself by proving that everything in episode 3 was made by a human. Even if Femttler did not hear how, she did prove it. It is done. I did it. Yeah, I didn't hear it. But I watched you until the very end. I definitely saw you boldly stand up to that evil witch. With this, I am no longer a witch, but I will definitely become a witch again. And then, I will make it so that I can be called the Golden Witch again. And once again, return, so that I can be accepted as your opponent. No, you were a witch. Huh? I saw it when you took that evil witch and blew her away with that awesome magic, exposing her true form. I saw it with my own eyes. I wasn't magic, but the red. No. It was magic. You are definitely the Golden Witch. Even if you deny it yourself, I'll acknowledge it. You are definitely the Golden Witch. When Femttler said those words, in the world that had been dark, there was suddenly a single grain. A small grain of gold, like a wheat seed, shone brightly. Even though it was small, it had a strong gold color sparkle. Hi, Beto! Then, it shone on the two of them, sitting with their backs together. They should be facing away from each other then. They each became aware of their own form. They did not exist only as consciousness. They became aware that they had bodies, and definitely existed. No. Perhaps we should say that they each have been given an existence called a body. When Femttler looked at his own form, he wasn't that surprised. But when Beto looked at her form, he was a little startled. From Fettler's perspective, She looked just like normal, but for a short while. I was surprised by that form. What is going on? The sparkle from that grain of light. It's slowly getting stronger. I missed Umineko. You mean the seagulls? That grain of wheat was no longer simply cold-colored, but was like the light of the sun. But same. Fucking same. Then it softly began to approach Beatrick's chest, where that grain of the sun was sucked inside her chest. The world was wrapped in a deep blue sky, then a deep blue ocean was spread out below them. Did she sizzle her body? An island rose up, trees sprouted and created a forest, walls surrounded us and a ceiling swallowed us. I was adorned with more and more things, made to be like the hole in the Ushirami I mentioned. In the middle of the fantastic hall were many gold butterflies beat their wings. Many tables were set up with white tablecloths, like it was a party. And beautiful cooking and fruits were set out, and over there were in great many shapes. Was everyone talking together and smiling? Good thing I ate right before the stream, because I am already starting to feel like I should eat. I have an apple right here, but if I eat an apple, I definitely won't be able to talk for like 30 minutes. Everyone! There was Dad and Kiri, Uncle Cross, Aunt Matsui, and Aunt Rosa, and of course, even Aunt Eva and Kalideyoshi. The way he accepted her as a witch. Doesn't that mean that he lost the chess match? Was this all like super planned? Was Beatrice falling in love with Beatricked planned to make Beatricked like fall in love with her and as a result accept her? Is this how she beat Kinzo in the first place? Did she make Kinzo fall in love with her? Holy shit. Okay, praises to Beatrice, that is a genius plan. I fell for it. I absolutely fell for it. George, Jessica, Maya. Wait, even Shannon, Cannon, Goda and Kurosawa are here. Everyone was at the party. Clapping their hands and celebrating our return. Congratulations. 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 Why? Even though everyone was dead. Why are they alive? Congratulations. In the Golden Land, the souls of all the dead can be revived. Welcome back, Beatrice. And welcome, Battler. Welcome to the Golden Land. Clap. Let me clap too. Once. I made it? I made it! To the door of the Golden Land? Yes. My lady, you finally managed to invite everyone here. Welcome, Battler, to the Golden Land. Seeing Kinzo again, holy shit. A Battler. So you have finally made it this far. Grandfather? Where in the world am I? My blood, which is incompatible with magic, runs most deeply in your veins. Therefore, you are the only one who could know the Golden Land. Beatrice has been searching for you this whole time. Tried everything to bring you here. What did you say? Battler, if you take your seat. Tonight's dinner is my very best work. If you'll please unleash it. You should be honored! Normally I would have eaten all of it, but I've left you some out of gratitude. The 7 steaks Nishans. I'm guessing either two things are going to happen. The first one, which would make me sad, is Battler getting pissed off and going back on what he said because he realized he's been tricked. And the second is Beatrice going, no, this is all wrong. I didn't actually win. This isn't how I wanted it to be. And then she like claps back and cancels all of it. That one would be cool. Let's see how it pans out. In the Golden Land, all of those with minds are equal. Here, there is no distinction between us furniture, humans, and witches. Fettler-sama, we're waiting for you. Welcome to the Golden Land. Shannon, George! I still feel like this might be a dream. We should have died. But I'm alive. And everyone is here. And happy. I can't believe it. By the way... Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. I need to check. What happens if I disable adventure mode? Do they give like extra description? That's right, this place must be a dream world. So it must be a dream that George is acting so friendly with a maid girl. Did you give it a rest, Eva? Well, you gotta stay quiet and bless the two young'uns. The Golden Land is a city of bliss. We should never quarrel here. Here, any people are free to love each other. No one needs to hesitate over it. So there is no description. Because I remember, I did this because I remember I played Zero Escape. And like the difference between adventure and novel is that playing on adventure removes like half the text in the game. I said go back to adventure, please. Hey, Battler! I'm a little, I did it well. Battler, welcome. And welcome home. She was probably embarrassed because she was holding hands with Cannon. Cannon wanted to act humbly like a servant and bow. But since neither of them could let go of the other's hand, he couldn't do it so well, and the whole scene looked fairly comical. But look at Jessica, she's so cute. Like, okay, dare look at this Jessica sprite and tell me she's not cute. Try saying that. You can't. You can't. It's impossible. Mo maxing, on God. Oh my God! Sorry, I already. I had already. Oh my God! Okay. I was like, maybe there's a section I have for Jessica already. Yeah, I did. I did have one. Alright. With a servant child? You can't! Or Jessica cannot do such a thing! It's hardly a big deal, correct? Let her at least choose a person she likes. She can't! She can't! Oh, Jessica! We can't leave her, George! As on Natsui and Ed, they hugged each other. They cried tears of regret for their adorable children. They're all alive. What? What do you mean they're all alive? They all died. Even though they had always been at odds. It was a very bizarre scene. It isn't really a problem, right? It doesn't matter who likes who. That's right. It's proof that the parents still attached to their child. Battler! No matter what kind of woman you bring home, I'll give her a warm welcome, okay? Don't you dare introduce her to this man, okay? He'll get his hands on her immediately. She made it sound like a joke, but I'm pretty sure this is an actual, like, straight-up warning. Bystander may think this is a joke, but I'm pretty sure she meant it as a warning. They'll run off together right away. Battler! You finally came here! Mario! From the very beginning, You knew we'd be coming here? Ew, that's why I wasn't scared at all. Everyone was being a coward and trembling. It was funny. What the hell? Even though I thought you were the most screwed up. Actually knew the truth from the beginning. Oh, rude! Hello, I simply cannot forgive you for speaking of Lady Maria in that way. You're think fire and curve. Attack preparations ready. Lady Maria, we can attack at any time. This might be Raisin. Looking at her eyes is making me go mad. Ouch. Oh, I thought it was Battler like smacking her lightly. Be quiet. You are in the presence of Beatrice. Come now, no need to be so stiff. Let's be considerate of her desire to joke around and have fun. More importantly, why don't we begin preparing for the toast? Yeah, it's preparation, so my excellent background cooking are complete. I can serve it at any time. Hey, you people! Or a little more like furniture. No, I'm gonna stuff myself some more. Which one? Which is your favorite steak? Satan? Yeah, you seem like the type of guy. You seem like the type of guy. Come on, let's work. Don't keep the guests waiting. Let's work studiously and attend to them. Don't let the guests do anything. Make them lazy, make them slothful, fatten them like pigs. Beatrice, Butler. This way. Grandfather and Virgilia were standing on the landing on the top of the staircase, beckoning to us. Vito and I turned our heads to see what was going on, then climbed the stairs together. And it ends. Blushing. From the hall, it looked like a very high stage. A small table had been set up here, as well as a piece of parchment and an old-fashioned whale pen. I saw that strange medical characters in Japanese were written side by side. And below it, many names were written. There were 17 of them. Grandpapa was the first, and everyone's names had been signed all over it. The people who arrived at the Golden Land probably signed this one after another. Butler, now that you are here, everyone is gathered. Listen carefully. The Golden Land is not a world supported by the power of magic alone. The cooperation and approval of all humans who receive happiness here is required. For that sake, we must gather the signatures of everyone here. Last time, the door to the Golden Land was finally opened, but you refused to sign. Although you probably don't remember it. Because you refused to sign, this world was once again sealed in darkness. Just staring like that. Kinda sounds like I'm the only stubborn one, and that I've been a bother to everyone in various ways. That's because your stubbornness is the real deal. It seems you received more than just blood from Kinzo. Peter laughed amiably. I should have felt like she was making fun of me, but without thinking, I went along with her, laughing and smiling. Magic is a miracle. Miracles cannot be made complete unless everyone believes. And when you believed in the end, this miracle, the Golden Land, was completed. It looks like I've been in real pain. So, what should I do? Battler, don't do it. Battler, don't do it. It's a trap. First, sign here. Then Beatrice, you sign here. Names are pretty hard to use, huh? Whoa, it shot! Flash, shooting the ink is a bad omen. Can't you at least write your name quickly? Your pen's wriggling all over the place like a worm. Cackle, 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 cackle. You should talk! Don't write it in katakana! Beatrice is a stylish name, so write it in cursive. You're making the quill on your name cry. Which feels to sign an employment contract. True! Very true, Gucci. Shut up! In school, didn't they tell you not to use cursive on tests? Did they? I use cursive. Hey, this is a solemn ceremony. Be silent. Very well. We have gathered the two signatures. I was a form for the covenant. scroll speed to use cursive. That's the only thing I learned. I don't know to write normally. Like, I don't know to write not cursive. You can probably see it on my chart, right? The reason why I use the typing is because when I try to like write words individually, it looks absolutely dog shit. Right? Because normally if I were to write like that would be how it's written, but you know, I don't have a pen, this is a mouse. I just did a movement like I would with a pen, but it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. This is why when I try to write, I do like letter by letter. And I suck at it. I tried it only because like cursive looks like Arabic script. Oh, block letters? You mean like... No, that's... Like this, right? Because I still write my B's like this. Like, again... Either I write in all caps, or it's not readable. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. I am disappointed. I can't believe. Without Beatrice. Put your hand on the covenant and take the oath. As a good witch, Beatrice swears to continue her studies from this point forth to bring happiness to the people. Say, indeed, it's a little embarrassing. As a good witch, Beatrice swears to continue her studies from this point forth to bring happiness to the people. Will that do? Acceptable. Battler is next. In the same way, Battler. Put your hand on the covenant and take the oath. As a member of the Golden Land, Ushirmiya's Battler serves to serve for the sake of his own happiness and that of his neighbor. As a member of the Golden Land. Come on, Battler! Ushirmiya Battler swears to serve for the sake of his own happiness and that of his neighbor. I'm a bit embarrassed too. Listen, everyone! Okay, now we have gathered the oaths of all 18 humans to accept the Golden Land. There must be a caveat. When Kinzo proclaimed that... Wait! Oh, is it possible for Kumasawa to be here? He got tricked! No, he genuinely got tricked! Why is Kumasawa here? If Virgilia is here, why is Kumasawa also here? I'd been the only stubborn one and I'd just been a pain. Felt a little bad about being the most celebrated one. And with that, in accordance with the ancient rites, who has Battler, the last to make the oath, to sign the invitation to the Golden Land. This is something that invites the Golden Witch, Beatrice, to the Golden Land. The Golden Land welcomes the Golden Witch through a consensus of those who have acknowledged it, and becomes complete. Okay. I'm gonna hydrate really quick. BRB. Hello? Oh. The sound bugged. There's no more pages. I can't save more than 5 pages. What's so quiet and lonely? Press M. No, it doesn't work. I have to save over one of the old saves. Damn it. The first time I read for 5 hours, by the way. First stream was 5 hours. Second one was 4. Yeah, I guess I'll... Oh, there's this one. I saved the bunch during February 11. Let's do it here. Just that much of PM. I was entranced. I have to restart the game. Give me a second, I gotta blow my nose. The game crashed. I'm genuinely begging the goat to stop falling for it. I understand, right, that Beatrice went through all this arc of character redemption and everything. And like, whatever the Golden Land is, I think there's gotta be, as we say in France, there's gotta be an eel under the rock. Eel, like the fish. E-E-L. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be something wrong with this Golden Land. And I'm thinking already, right? Trapped for Eternity with the same 18 people in the same area. It's gonna be fun for like a week, and then what? I prefer fucking dying like forever. I do not want the Golden Land. Eel tastes good. Yeah, but like, any eel under the rock is not a good thing. Oops. The apple fell. Been trapped in chat for years and I quit. Fair enough. Fair enough. God, now that it fell, the apple is gonna go bad. And I hate bad apple. Gotta write a book about this. Shut the fuck up. Why can't we hear shit? Why is there no sound? I genuinely don't know. Invent gravity. Without Newton, gravity... Like, I don't know if you know, I'm pretty sure the anecdote of the apple falling on top of his head was because a journalist came to bother Newton about how did he discover gravity, and was like, a fucking apple fell on my head. What do you think, motherfucker? And the journalist was like, wow, really? Holy shit. He did not realize because an apple fell. Why can't we hear shit? Oh, because I pressed M. Okay. Load, load. Let's go back. I didn't press M and it cut the sound, but, you know. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me of that picture. Give me a second. I gotta fetch it. It just reminds me of this exact picture. Oops, I gotta... There we go. This one. Like... For real, man. If I was fucking like the first person to exist, I'm pretty sure I would have figured out like the most basic shit ever too. Right? I feel like I have the IQ to figure out the most basic shit ever. Like, come on, man. The Pythagorean theorem, the thing that like Pythagoras is so proud of, they teach that in like fucking high school. You can't even figure out Umineko. Okay, but like, this is different. Anyways, let's continue. But I would have fucked with Labubu Magchas. Yeah, no, you would have. You would have. You buy chocolate. Listen carefully. The 18 of us accept Beatrice as a golden witch and welcome her to the Golden Land. What's going on with you? You won't be invited unless I send an invitation? That seemed to be the ceremony. Well, still event to me. Why don't we end it quickly? I've been so hungry for a while now. Come to think of it, I've only been picking at canned food and haven't eaten anything good. Let's quickly finish the signing. What is this? I acknowledge you as a witch? Uh-huh. That's pretty simple. The Annie grandfather, exaggerating it so much. I knew it. I knew it! Come on, quickly! Standing right here. That sprite is fucking terrifying. It really feels like signing a rental agreement. This is a beautiful frame. This is a beautiful frame. This is absolutely fucking beautiful. Look at this. He looks so scared. Especially this. This one surprised me, considering how emotionless she looked the entire time. Oh, it feels to spend $20. I agree, as an if. I knew it! I knew he was being tricked. I knew it. Oh my god, that sprite is terrifying. Look at that Vergilia sprite, holy shit. I'm actually surprised he didn't get Beatricked. I knew it! That was the entire goal the entire time. The entire time. What do you want me to do this? I mean, that's funny, but, you know. What about the opposite? Nah. You're very close. Very close to this. Very close to accepting the witch, you mean? Fine. With slightly weird and uncomfortable smiles, the two of them started demanding that I sighed. What do you mean at some points? I always knew that the second Battler says, I acknowledge you as a witch. I was like, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. I always knew that the second Battler says, I acknowledge you as a witch, it's all over. You seem totally tricked. Totally tricked with what? Oh, the fact that he... Oh! Wait, is Beatrice... Is Vergilia Beatrice? Is Vergilia Beatrice? Wait! Oh, now you got tricked to like Bito. Oh. No, I still like Bito. Don't get me wrong. I still like Bito. I still like her. But I never forgot that even if I like her, she still mass murdered people, right? It's like what would be the equivalent, right? Seeing I already did the same, right? When I said, oh, that's a really cool moment from Rosa defending, like, you know, her child with the gun and everything. That was really cool. And then I ended it with, she still beat the fuck out of her and beat her into the curb. She's not a good person, fuck off. Like, you can have a redeeming character arc. That doesn't change she murdered millions. Or some shit, I don't fucking know. Who? At that time, an incredible sound like that of a glass window breaking reverberated through the hall. In the bustling tumult, faded back into complete silence. I dropped the quill pen and turned around, trying to see what had happened. Who? What? When I did? Where had she come from? A human who clearly hadn't been there a short while ago was in the very center of the hall, looking up at us. Who's that? A girl? She's probably the same age of Jessica and me. But I didn't know that face. Is that female battler? That's female battler, right? No, that's Ange! Maybe? I don't know. None of your people knew that face either. No, so that's not Ange then. Who are you? Who is this? Where did you come from? Those without invitations and not needed in my party. Servants, kick them out. Kick her out. As you command. Surround her. Yeah, if it's like alternate dimensions, there's gotta be one battler who's a girl. I'm saying that's gotta be female battler. I'm calling it. That's Femttler. The 7 sisters of Purgatory surrounded her from 7 directions, flinging out magic blades that drew purple curves and blocking her. And from out of nowhere, shuffling goat-headed servants appeared in great numbers, surrounding that girl. On top of that, the Chista sisters stood in front of Beto like a wall, readying a golden bow and pulling back the bowstring. But the girl didn't move at all. On the contrary, she was still staring at us on the landing, as though she didn't mind at all. Who is she looking at? Welcome, Koyala! Femttler, yeah. Beto. Grandfather. Could it be me? Yes. The girl was staring straight into my eyes, glaring. Then after our eyes met perfectly, she yelled. You mustn't sign that! Are you going to accept your own defeat? Don't be tricked by the witch! Huh? By the witch? Huh? At that time, something incredibly strong lifted me by the nape of my neck. What's going on? With being made to turn around behind me, I saw Virgilia with an eerie smile on her face and the muscular forms of goat monsters. A goat monster that looked about 2 meters tall was grabbing me with an arm as thick as a log. Oh, so this all bullshit of witches existing to make good stuff. I genuinely thought Virgilia was good. That was bullshit. All of that was bullshit. Is that it? There's no need to listen to an uninvited guest. I'm offer your signature as well. On this written oath, the Sham Battler acknowledges the existence of witches. Now sign the written oath. Damn it, let go! As the goat monsters dealt me down with the power of a vise, they forced me to grab the quill pen. Couldn't even touch the floor. I'm thinking that Virgilia is not even real. Because, like, if Kumasawa is still here, or is Virgilia here, one of the two is not real. Couldn't even touch the floor with my feet, much less resist. Battler, why are you resisting? You look at me like this, so it's silent heartbeat. Aren't you just about to sign willingly? Don't change your mind now after all that, okay? Didn't you think for an instant that it might be okay to acknowledge witches? You thought that, right? I was tricked? That's insane! Beto isn't that kind of... Sorry, Battler. I am not that kind of person. Ah, it's useless now. It looks like sentimental sub-stories don't suit me. Teacher, I'm counting on you to use all your strength. Not such a plain role to play, and I got so bored. I don't know who you are, girl, but I'll beat you to death, mash you, and crush you until friends start trailing, okay? I'll make you regret being born a woman! Vito waved a gold pipe. The massive chandelier hanging in the hall was electrocuted. And from that, a terrible purple thunderbolt fell. Oh my god, I did think she had some character redemption. I was like, there's no way she becomes fully good. Or if she does, there's gonna be like a new witch that's gonna appear or some shit. But there's no way in hell that, you know, all this shit was real. I did get fooled on the emotional level, but even logically I was like, at no point in time should you ever acknowledge her. Considering how bullshit all of this is, and how much lies. I wanted to be fooled. Yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to be fooled. But I don't think, like, I knew. Oh, for it 10 billion times. The second it started saying, like, you saw it. The second Battler said, oh yeah, I acknowledge you as a witch. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Misplay. Misplay of the century. But is that actually female Battler? There have been a direct hit on the girl right below it, turning her to ash. However, not a single hair was singed. I think it is. Oh, so your sudden appearance here wasn't just a fluke. Tell me, state your name. I don't have any name to give you. More importantly, you idiot! How long are you gonna be tricked? I don't think it counts. Yeah, it wouldn't count. If you had not seen her during episode 2, like after seeing episode 2, I don't think there is any way whatsoever that I could have like forgiven her. All of this is still bullshit. You softy, figuring it out already. This is all a witch's trap. His words were aimed at me. This is all. The witch's trap, she says? Don't be. Vito reformed and swore to become a good witch. Vito, all this about traps. It's a lie, right? Please, tell me it's a lie. Sorry, Battler. Well, it's pretty fun. Sure, I just did what teacher told me, but look how great it turned out. Apparently, if you always started needlessly brutal, then turn incompetent and soft at just the right moment, you can spark a huge bump on your affection meter. Alright? Yeah, you are incompetent in red, that's true. With villains who start all lovey-dovey and then freak the shit out are all the rage these days, right? Even I studied a bunch of those manga, anime, and girls that have been so popular lately, you see? And for you, just as expected, you were stairs please, and you're down. Beatrice is not confirmed. True! Especially since she's Western. What a truly simple person. I'll call this the North Wind of the Sun strategy. Cackle, cackle, cackle. That's not... Damn you! You bastard! How could you trick me? Oh yeah, that expression suits you the most. The caring expression of yours really doesn't suit me after all. It made my back itch. I was frantically trying not to let it get to me. I did call it! I did call it! I did call it for real though. I did call it. That's the same way she made Kinzo acknowledge her. I'm gonna say it. I'm calling it. And I said something similar. That the way she made Kinzo fall for her is by this entire bullshit of, oh, I'm evil and then I fall in love with you. And that's how Kinzo fell in love, just like Battler did. Like, I think Battler would have genuinely turned into Kinzo number 2 right there, if he didn't die. I'm pretty sure this is what happened between Kinzo and Beatrice at first. If magic is real, which it isn't. In which case I do wonder what happened. Who is the first witch? And where did the gold come from? Cackle, cackle, cackle. Too bad, witches never reform. You take care of signature, teacher. This uninvited guest is my prey. You can no longer refuse to sign. Come on, look. That ain't enough for your body, your mind, and your soul. When Virgile lifted her chin as a signal, the god monsters, with an even more vice-like power, forced my arm to approach a parchment. Ah, these guys are trying to make me sign, even if it breaks my arm. Then, red light burst open with me at the center, knocking the witches and the good monsters away. Did that girl save me? But who in the world is that? I don't have a clue. How long do you plan to keep playing in a place like this? Give it a rest. I'm jealous of you. I'm glad you saved me, but that's a pretty cruel way to say it. Sorry, but who are you? Witch of Kenjima. Give him back. Do that, you fool! Battler is my toy. My most favorite toy in the world. I won't get tired of him, I won't throw him away, and I won't hand him over to anyone. When Battler is enjoying this to the fullest, together with me, he is having so much fun playing. No matter who you are, I won't let you get in the way. Yeah, it looks like you're having a lot of fun. Makes me so jealous it ticks me off. Here you are in a place like this, guffawing and having a loud, noisy time with everyone. With all these beautiful witches around to pamper you. You must be having so much fun that you don't even want to go back. Talking to me? Wait, you've got the wrong idea. This is a pain for me too. What do you mean fun? You don't know what I've been through. What you've been through? You had fun living with mom and dad, you played around with all of the cousins, and you get to play with these wacky witches for all eternity. Don't you recognize the happiness you have? Don't you see how jealous I am of you all? So much that I wish I could join in too. Wait, who is this then? Cackle, cackle, cackle. I'm sorry, we'll have to turn you down there. I'm satisfied with the toy I have. A rude toy like you is not fitting for my toy box. Yes, I understand. Who would even play with someone like you? I'm still calling it female butler. I'm still calling it. But I will thank you just a little for letting me meet everyone like this. Who? Are you? You couldn't be. I see, is that it? Yes, I understand, I know who you are. I see. There's a peace Lady Berncastle threw in. Oh, amusing. Hell yeah. Why don't I formally invite you to my party? I'll welcome you fully. Along with Battler, I'll play nicely, break you, kill you, crush you, turn you to ash, mix you with red dough, and bake you until you're fluffy. Nah, it's useless. It's all these. She is Femttler. Oh my god, she is! You can't do that. On the Rokujima of 1986, I'll expose everything that happened to the light of day. I'll show you that before the truth. You're like an icicle scared of the coming spring. Prepare yourself, Golden Witch. Beatricked! You just find the Bitcoin wallet. True, there's just a code hidden somewhere. Oh my god. Died on 9 Twilights. Eva Beatrice, please say she died. She didn't die. She didn't. Is that Enge? Wait, what do you mean, Enge? Enge is 6. The cat died on the 10th. Eva returned alive. Oh. Died on the 9th. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, as I said, I did think she got better, but I knew at no point in time should she ever accept to acknowledge her. It was a pretty cool moment though. Genuinely, that moment with the heart beating and everything, that was really cool. Met no end? Chester 410! Hell yeah! Hello, Chester 410! All of the goats! All of the goats! All of them! All the goats! Lambda Delta, yeah! Brain Castle, yeah! And who's the last piece then? Oh, but don't give us... It's Eng! It is actually Eng! So the Golden Land once again crumbled into the darkness. However, a victor finally appeared in the game. This victor is the new Golden Witch Shiva Beatrice. It was she who solved the riddle of the gold before time was up. The 17-year-old died. When the seagull cried, there was but one survivor. Sadly, Battler is not the GOAT yet. So first thing I'm gonna do... That was really cool, yeah. I got an achievement called Tsubasa. What the fuck is the description for that one? Complete episode 3. What the fuck does Tsubasa mean? Okay, now we're gonna see the episode 4 background. Not yet. Not yet. We need to do the tea parties. Oh, we don't see the tips yet. Okay. Episode 3, tea party. It means wings in Japanese, I see. I never expected Lady Burncastle's piece to barge in at the very end. I searched all over the place for a piece fitting for a game with you. I was sure you'd like it. What's with that piece? Who was that person? Who was it? She didn't say your name. That's mean. Hey, don't you think so too? Well, I have a general idea. However, I imagine most people would have figured it out. Yeah, it's Eng. But didn't they say Eng is 6 years old? That's my problem with it. It's gotta be Battler, but like female, from another dimension. I don't get it. It was that character's first appearance, wasn't it? If she doesn't say her name, I won't understand. The players won't understand. No one will understand, right? Ito, don't bother telling her. See? Isn't she a funny kid? Indeed. Lady Lambda Delta's innocent airhead side is truly precious and amusing. Cackle. Come on, why won't you tell only me, you meanie? Give me a chance, I'll teach you a special secret that only I know. So tell me. Oh, a special secret, you say? I want to hear, I want to hear! Bleh! You wanted me to tell you. First tell me who that girl really was. The secret I know sure is awesome. After all, it's about as awesome as knowing that Sana-san is actually daddy. What? She didn't say it in red. She did not say it in red. This was not said in red. Huh? Giggle? I said it! Sorry, I'll bet you're so shocked that it turned your world upside down, right? So your father was the one who came to your place, Lambda? He came? Wait, what do you mean? Lord Santa Claus only visits the homes of children with pure hearts. I guess he didn't come to your place, did he? Well, Lord Santa Claus is gracious. Unless you're a really bad scoundrel, he'll give you a present. After all, he even gave them to me. As you grow, and your heart is ardent, he stops coming, doesn't he? How old were you, Bito, when he stopped coming? Indeed. He kept coming until I was about 12. When my maiden's heart awoke, I quickly got somewhat embarrassed about Lord Santa coming. After I wrote thanks for everything, that's enough. So make sure you splurge on the last set of presents. He stopped coming. No, and I was looking forward to it too. Oh, were you when he stopped coming, Lady Burncastle? It's pretty wild. It happened fairly early. I think when I was about 9. Something about that beard really irritated me, so I waited in my foot and with some soothing scissors ready, trying to cut it off. What a painful age. Wow. So as far back as Lady Lambda Delta can remember, Lord Santa Claus never came to see her, huh? He usually comes until the last year of elementary school or during middle school. Maybe we should take her to the doctor. I heard that being too precautious can have negative side effects. I didn't read the end. On the growth of mind and body. Yeah, you can definitely see some of those. They hate her, holy shit. Those negative side effects. Hey, what are you people talking about? Blah! Oh, that reminds me. The family. Shot to death by Ishiramiya Eva inside the mansion. She certainly was joined with Kennen in the Golden Land. They both apologized for ruining cowardice, communicating their true and honest feelings, and they hugged each other until their final moments. Afterwards, she was chewed to pieces by demons and went to hell. It's alright. Kennen is with her. I don't... There are 7:15. I'm thinking this is a year. 11:29, I'm thinking this is a year. I don't know. Where's... Where the fuck is, God, Eva is so much more violent in this one. Where... I guess. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm confused by what the fuck is going on. Let's read about the witches again. The Witch of Certainty was lived for 1,000 years. Okay. Wait, what is it? Okay. It is truly boisterous when four witches gather. You're talking about the secret on that level? I doubt this will be worth listening to. Can I go now? I have to get ready for the next game. What? Hey, wait a sec! Tell me who that woman really was! Well then, tell me the special secret of yours first. If it's good enough, then I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you, because it really is a special secret. Remember, in this game there was a girl who found the gold and became the new witch, right? Indeed. Just what kind of secret might that person have? I figured out who that girl really is. Does anyone know? Giggle, giggle. There's a hint in the way she talked. Remember, that girl said it a lot, didn't she? If only you just blah, right? Yes, that phrase is a key point. If only. If only. He was actually Ushiromiya Eva! You... What? No way! Holy shit, Lambda! What do you think? Are you shocked? Oh, I never noticed that. To think that there would be an end in a place like that. You're a real good sport, Bito. This kid tends to get full of herself, so try not to overdo it. See you. I'm leaving. Wait! It's not fair if you just listen to my secret and don't tell me yours. Tell me what shit really was. Its secret was so amazing the mine just wouldn't match up. In exchange, I'll teach you a celestial secret. I'll tell you the name of the culprit in this game called... Okay, I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna read. I don't know. Tell me when I can stop reading, because I want to read Igarashi later. Is it done? I do want to read Igarashi later. It was a joke? Oh, okay. Don't say it. I'm still playing it. Fuck off. Fuck off. See you, Bito. The black tea was delicious. However, the repertoire of jam on the crackers was lacking. I fell for it. I was Beatricked there. You can say it. And some good gochujang chili paste every once in a while. It goes great with Russian tea. Later. Oh, I see. I'll try it. I'll call for some after preparing the next game. Okay. 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 I'll call for some after preparing the next game. Until then, feel free to polish up your strategy at your leisure. Yes, I'll do that. This last game was pretty interesting. Later. Hey, wait a sec, tell me! I did joke about it. I did think that Beatrice was actually falling in love with Battler, like actual love. But I still knew that there was two outcomes to this entire thing. One, Battler acknowledges her as a witch, and everything is lost. Two, Battler does not acknowledge her as a witch, and everything is like... It's a win for the humans. And the entire fucking Magnus can just stop. They're just a magicator. Yeah, I don't believe in the old golden land thing. It's too beautiful. It's too magical. Especially for someone as vicious as Beatrice. There is no way that the Golden Land is actually, like, that good. It's too good. And I still wonder what the fuck is up with the fucking beheading at the end right there. Why did this happen? Right? Because that was the same thing as with whatever. Let's keep going. You two really are close. Yes, that's right. I really like you, Burncastle. You could even say I love you. I want to gouge out your eyes so that you can see no one other than me. Oh, that would be so wonderful. It'd be great to dunk them in black tea. Haha. You think that you'd be so entranced, Lady Lambda Delta? I have a serious responsibility. Well, this last game really was close. I was a breath away from getting Battler. Vito, can I ask you something? Lesbian pride. What is it? I won't tell you that girl's name. Cackle, cackle. When are you gonna stop fooling around? Are you even trying to win? Lambda Delta threatened her with a low voice that she had never used in front of Duncastle. Completely blew away the calm atmosphere that had been there until a moment ago. You know, I'm supporting you because you're supposed to be a witch who can win against Duncastle. If you don't have the power to win against her, then I'll bend you right now, okay? Hush of you. What about me dissatisfies you? As you know, my game board is perfect. Lady Duncastle will never be able to win. Yeah, that's right. Your board truly is impressive. It truly is an impressive and perfect game board that Duncastle definitely won't be able to win, and not even after 100 years, or even 1,000 years. That's why I made you a witch in exchange for letting me borrow it. What do you mean, made you a witch? I'm noting it down just in case for the future. And I'm gonna clean up, like at the end of this stream, I'll clean up the chart, I'll remove all those that I didn't use. She's in the Senate, isn't she? Oh, there was a Senate thing, I remember. If I stop being your guardian, you'll eventually go back to being a human. Make sure you don't forget that, no matter how much incredible magical power you hold. You're nothing more than a temporary witch. I understand. I'm grateful to you. What do you mean, predecessor? I'm removing it from the, I'll remove it from the chart. Don't speak so casually to me. I'll forgive that when Duncastle's around, but not when she isn't. I bet you started to forget how much you owe me. That is not so. Ah, you really are disgusting. Go ahead and talk the way you usually do, but be mindful of what you say. I have a surprisingly short temper, you see. She looks fucking zonked out. Look at this sprite. She looks zonked out, like she looks like look at her face. Indeed. Let's get back to what we're discussing. The game board truly is perfect. You should be able to defeat Duncastle without any trouble. But that kid will surrender easily. She'll challenge you over and over. That is no problem. It has been certified by you, Lady Lambda Delta. My game board is perfect. Yeah, that's right. It's perfect. Where are you? The player? Perfect as well. What do you mean by that? What do I mean? That's what I want to hear. You play around a lot in your game. Sometimes I end up confusing Duncastle. So at first I thought it was some special strategy of yours. But I get the feeling that's not quite true. Rather than telling the opponent in a match you can win, you don't actually care whether you win or lose. Right? Ridiculous. How could that be? You know what? Your role is to make Duncastle surrender. In other words, that means being the victor in this game for all eternity. As long as you keep trying to become the victor with certainty, I'll give you my power as the Witch of Certainty. However, if you fight in a way that doesn't eliminate any possibility of your loss, that's a different story. Of course, this is a game. Just as Lady Duncastle will lose when I win, I will sometimes lose when she wins. The possibility of loss always exists. Therefore I will... This is why you're so useless. There's no need for you to be a game board. You just have to be a bird cage that can lurk Duncastle up here for all eternity. Oh,
Oh, that's her plan. I see. What's the role of a bird cage? Making certain the little bird inside never escapes. What's the bird cage worth if it has crack that sometimes lets the bird out? Of course, games exist for the purpose of winning. And it's impossible for me to lose. Therefore I will continue to win. As you wish. For eternity. Good answer. That'll be fine. I'll allow you to play around and use fakes as part of your tactics. It end up being useful during parts of this round. I knew it! I said so! Virgilia is not real! I said so after like I discovered it, like moments ago. But you know what? If you make a move hoping for anything else other than victory, actually you're prepared for something amazing, okay? I will not do such a thing. I swear it. Because originally, you weren't even a witch. And at any time, I remind you what a truly shabby creature you were. If you betray my expectations, that is. As soon as you do, you can look forward to your fun punishment game. In the world of billions of fragments, I'll send you into the most miserable one and seal you there. You were already miserable to start with. So there's gonna be some really miserable fragments out there for the peeking. That's a very low giggle. Oh, I love you, Berncaster. Struggle in Beatrice's birdcage as much as you like, and over the course of 1,000 years, realize that you can no longer escape. And when you surrender, I'll train you so that you can't do anything other than cry in the palm of my hand. Giggle, giggle, giggle. So even Lambda Delta knows that Battler won't surrender. Right? They keep talking about trapping Berncaster, but it's because they know that Berncaster is not. I love you forever. Achievement acquired. So we already saw the tea party of those who aren't human. So what's this tea party? 12 years later. What? Hey, a year before my birthday and a few weeks. A monotonous electronic sound kept on repeating. The room was colored with Eugenic tones, in other words, an emotionless white. It was a room at a certain university hospital. Neither her doctors nor the person herself had any doubts that this room, which had a price so high that no commoner could afford to spend a single night here, would be the last room she ever saw. That's Eva? I'm betting that's Eva. Was the person on the bed Eva? If someone told you that was so, she was unbelievably aged and worn out. You see a bag full of pee. It's a pee transfusion, that's why she's dying. The well-built man in a suit waiting in the corner near the door was having a whispered conversation through an intercom with someone outside. There was a guard protecting Eva's person. After telling the person on the other end of the intercom to wait, he approached Eva's bed. Eva had been awake for a short while. However, she stared at the signal point in an empty space, so her mind was not in the same place. Angel-san has arrived in the lobby below. 2 later pass. For a long time, Eva did not answer. However, bit by bit, her eyes began to regain her focus, and she gave a small nod, indicating that she didn't mind if he called Ange. It had been Eva who called her, and she was right on time. By this point, therapy, true good defense. I get it now. I get it. Eva would refuse anyone who wanted a meeting without an appointment. The room was dark, and the door was still light outside, because the curtains were always closed. It wasn't Eva like 40? There was always one guard waiting in the room, and 3 more waiting in the corridor in the lobby. They were all there to protect Eva's person. Eventually, there was the sound of a knock. Also, there was a message from the intercom that the guest body check had been completed with no problems. The door was unlocked, then opened. And a high school-aged girl was standing there. Yeah, she was 6. German, Angel-san has arrived. Eva reacted and turned her face to the guest. However, instead of reacting to the god's call, maybe it would be better to say that she reacted to the smell of Angel's makeup. After being shut up in this room for so long, Eva was sensitive to even small changes in smell. So you came, Ange. It's not Femttler. I thought it was Femttler for a second. So it is Ange. Is that how you say your name? I'm realizing now. Is that how you say your name? If I say it in French, it's Ange. Femttler is a liar. God damn it! I would have hoped. I would have hoped. Ange. Angie. Angie. I'm just gonna say Ange. I'll say it French. And you guys will have to suffer from that. You did call me. On Eva's face, there was no trace of a person. Because Angel in French is Ange. Which I think is why it's written like that. On Eva's face, there was no trace of a person warmly welcoming their niece. And on Ange's face, you couldn't see the expression of one pleased to meet their aunt. Eva waved her arm, which had grown as thin as a withered branch, and motioned for the guard to leave. The guard bowed silently and went out into the hall. We're gonna see Eva sprite. It's not only stuffy but dark too. Can I open the curtains? Is your plan for that hitman you hired to shoot me for the window? I wish I could get hired to assassinate you. All I'd have to do is relax at home for a month and the job would take care of itself. Their discussion was quite morbid for an aunt and a niece. However, they didn't look like they were joking. At the very least, Eva believed that someone was after her life. All of the Yushirmiya's family's massive fortune, according to the possession of Yushirmiya Eva. Well, it said that his fortune also included the 10 tons of gold that Yushirmiya Kinzo was rumored to have hidden. While this vast wealth lay in Eva's cunning, sly, and suspicious hands, no one was able to complain. It was rumored that as soon as it was passed on to Ange, it was no more than a young girl, so then people were plotting to snatch it away. By now, Eva and Ange were Kinzo's only descendants. If Eva died, all the wealth would go to Ange. And if Ange were to be killed as well, that wealth would go to the family of Ange's mother, Kiri. In a sense, not only Eva, but Ange as well, were in a position where it would be I can't talk today, holy shit. Where it would not be hard at all for their life to be targeted by some unknown person. And Eva had a Ange for a long time. This was because she knew that, after losing her only precious son, George, the inheritor of her own wealth, with none other than a girl who had been sent at that family conference 12 years ago, and who had survived. Eva shunned Ange, disliked her, and even hated her. She isolated Ange in a special school and separated her from the youth and happiness normal people have, planning to keep her as a pet until death. However, Eva had succumbed to an incurable illness. Ironically, her remaining life was estimated to be the same as Kinzo's had been in the family conference 12 years ago. Both Eva and Ange hated each other. Even though they were each other's last blood relatives, they hated each other so much that they hoped the other would die quickly. And why did you go through all the trouble of calling for me? I don't have much time left. These quack doctors still can't detect any of the poison that's filling me up. And no, I'm sure it's a secret drug used by the Soviet KGBs. But that's like many years after the Cold War. Pretty sure the KGB didn't exist. I'm gonna be killed, I'm gonna be killed. Isn't that great? As others have pointed out, maybe it's a bag full of piss that they're injecting you, Eva. Maybe that's what's killing you. Not the Soviets. I think it's a bag full of piss. Which will surely be quite a load off your back. What a pitiable person. This always happens.
They immediately deviated from the main topic, distorting it into a more unsettling discussion. Eva was absolutely paranoid, believed that someone was always after her life. In actual fact, after inheriting the vast wealth of the Yushamiya family, she had used wild methods just like Kinzo had done in the past, repeatedly making money by any means necessary, and creating many enemies along the way. With a massive supply of capital, she had plotted to aggressively buy businesses that were starting to have rapid growth, making them buy it back at a high price under the guise of reconciliation. Ironically, it was the same type of action that her husband's company had been hit with 12 years ago. She had repeated this constantly for 12 years. She had also earned a lot of hatred. If her husband had heard any of this from beyond the grave, he might have defended her, saying that the loneliness from losing her family fueled her actions. However, of all the people who knew her now, none would defend her. For some time, Eva eloquently spoke of how her life was being targeted, listing off names of people who hated her, and sneering at the fact that she still hadn't been killed. With the way her own name included in that list, there was no particular change in her expression, and she waited indifferently for Eva to tire herself out. You see, I really hate you. I'm honored. Same here. I built this future for George's sake. To think that I would be snatched away by you. To think I would be stolen away by Rudolph's daughter. I can't bear it. To think that I would have my fortune stolen away. So she did not want to kill George and Hideyoshi. Or at least she did not want to kill George. But then what? What the fuck happened then? If she had an accomplice, which I think she has an accomplice. True. Put it on your board. Good point. Good point. But you know what? You know what? Is one thing I didn't get Chester tricked. Even if she plotted to kill me, I would accept it. I would accept it. It's not a trick if I just graciously accept it. If I've been leaving behind a child that I cannot forgive. If only you just given all of your fortune to charity. What about all those religious people you used to go so far out of your way to find? We all say the same thing. My excessive wealth has become a burden to me. They always say something about how I need to give it up and cleanse myself. Then I thought of something. Stop donating! For a time, Eva had searched for the founders of several strange and new religious cults, perhaps seeking peace in her heart after murdering 17 people. But they gave her heart no relief, and if anything, they ended up increasing her paranoia further. You have too much money. Why don't you start buying up thoroughbreds and make some corned beef? I thought of something even more interesting. I've worried over it a lot. What could I do to make things horrible for you? I thought about killing you. I also thought about raising all of my wealth, leaving you penniless, and selling you off to a slave trader or something. Wouldn't that be wonderful? You'd only have your arms and legs chopped off and be forced to take customers until you died. Oh my god, Eva. Holy shit, Eva. I did not expect Eva. Oh my god. Okay. That would be so wonderful. The laugh of the witch. Is this fun for you? Yes, it is. It's fun to scare you, but very soon I will die. So I thought about, oh, I might continue to cause you pain even after my death. And then... Kako. It was surprisingly simple. I called you because I wanted to talk about it. I have midterms coming up. Keep it brief. I have decided. I'll review and narrate all of my fortune. Oh? Not only that, but I decided that until the very day I die, I'll expend that fortune as much as I can, flying it to massive proportions before having you inherit all of it. Can you even imagine what that would be like? I don't get it. Because it's stupid. That's right, you don't get it, do you? Look forward to it. It really is fun, being rich. Every day, UK from across Japan come to play. From now on, your entire life will be followed by talk shows and weekly magazines. The media will criticize me no matter what I do or don't do. If I donate, they'll attack me for being bourgeois. If I hesitate, I'll be abused as a miser. Oh, every day really is wonderful, you see. I don't know. If I was Elon Musk, I would be pretty happy. I would pay like some fucking people to power level me in Path of Exile. I'd be able to be like a top player without even trying. I say it'd be great to let you have that kind of life. When you're so young and have so much ahead of you. Doesn't that sound absolutely wonderful? Looks like the public's opinion of all you've done was spot on. Kako. Too true, yes. That is too true. Go ahead. Abuse me as much as you want. Soon, you will face that same criticism. Japanese culture detects that good people live in honorable property, while the wealthy should just die. No matter what you do or do not do, you will eventually be lifted up as a symbol of envy and hate across Japan. I would do the same, seriously. I would do the same. I wonder how twisted your life will become after living that way. You have no allies, no bitches, no listen to your worries. Abusing you will become a public sport, and no one can stop that. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I wonder how you will live your life and how you'd end it. Being unable to love anyone, being unable to talk with anyone. I'll be patiently waiting for you to take that story of our trip down with you into hell. Is no one going to tell her that typically belts are supposed to be worn a bit lower down? And not above the belly button? Is someone going to tell her? I think it's pretty important. It's been bothering me the entire time. The entire time the dialogue is barely covering it. Dialogue box is barely covering it. And I'm just constantly thinking, why is the belt so up high? It's not a corset. Her insane laughter turned into a painful cough, without changing her expression in the slightest, looking completely unconcerned. Is it? Really? I didn't know, Trev. At all. Okay, well, never mind then. Ange stared at the only survivor of Rokonjima. Perhaps because he found the violent coughing suspicious, the guard gave a short knock on the door and rushed in at the same time. Ange glanced at him, wordlessly making it clear that she didn't intend to move a step from where she was. Ange was prepared for some kind of trap to frame her in Neva's death. However, that was fortunately a needless fear. As the guard rubbed Eva's back, he poured hot water from a thermos into a mug. As he did, Eva kept coughing, apparently in pain, and figured that this was probably the last she'd see of the Rokonjima's witch's final days. Eventually, the coughing subsided, and Eva regained normal breathing. However, the glittering madness inside her eyes didn't subside in the slightest. From Gothic Lolita fashion magazines, I see. That's cool. Okay. I will give to you that cursed mass of gold and you share me a family headship, as well as the name of the Golden Witch, Beatrice. And enjoy the insane twist the rest of your life, feigning was the name of the witch. I don't need that. More importantly, tell me. On that day, what happened on Rokkenjima? I don't believe it was an accident. Tell me the truth about what happened that day, and why father and mother and brother died. Oh yes, that is the best way I have to write you, isn't it? What happened on that day? What happened on this day in 1986? You want to know what they said before they died, right? I won't tell you. I'll leave behind the cursed gold. You know what? I'll take the truth you seek with me to hell. The best way I can torment you. Oh, are you mad? If you want to hear it so much, try going to hell and asking your family there. In that case, you better die right now, right? Which is exactly what she proceeds to do. She shoots herself in the head to go back in time and save Beatricked. Like, she actually goes, okay, pulls out a gun and shoots herself. If only you just give up and die right now. That laugh continued until she started coughing again. And that cough did not subside until she started moaning and going into convulsions. October 4, 1986. On Rokkenjima, the Ushiromiya family's customary and final family conference was held. And on the next day, October 5, an extremely unfortunate accident occurred, and the Ushiromiya family was wiped out. Fortunately, Ushiromiya Eva escaped from that, and inherited all of the Ushiromiya family's fortune. Wait, is the typhoon... Oh, I think I get it. The reason why the body of, like... The body of, what's her name? Jessica is so mangled is because Eva leaves after all of this shit and making everyone think that it's a wish, right? And right after she does that, the typhoon just comes in, swoops everything, and destroys everything. Also, yeah, the daughter of Rudolph and Kiri, Beatricked's younger sister from a different mother. She hasn't come in contact with Beatricked often, but is extremely fond and respectful of him. Huh. She was sick and absent during the family conference, so she always ends up surviving in solitude. A very unfortunate girl, with all is in tatters. Has a bad habit of always walking around with massive amounts of cash, throwing it out to whoever comes first. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I guess. However, due to the many turbulent rumors surrounding the Ushiromiya family, the way Eva acted afterwards, and her unnatural actions at the time of the unfortunate accident, the public was in an uproar over whether this might have been a conspiracy to get all of the inheritance to herself. Under pressure from the public, the prosecutors repeatedly tried to investigate the matter, and the media began tracing the outline of a conspiracy they called the Rokkenjima suspicion. But in the end, they weren't even able to find proof that this unfortunate accident was a crime. What do you mean? However, because the media continued to give the impression that the Rokkenjima suspicion was a conspiracy of Eva's, public opinion began to believe that she was the true culprit. Of course, that was also influenced by the bad impression caused by that all easily condemnable, overbearing financial activity which she had carried out using that vast wealth. Every time she did something and the rumors started spreading, the media would bring back the Rokkenjima suspicion, blaming the criminal justice system by saying that she was a true culprit and that the only reason she had been arrested was because even the police had been bribed. So the impression that she was a great villain grew stronger and stronger. Her heart eventually degenerated, and ironically, began to transfigure into the kind of human that the public expected. By now, Eva had no one she could trust, and no family. After her beloved husband passed away, talk shows occasionally mentioned his company, saying that it was run recklessly, while criticizing and disgracing his former accomplishments. Even a beloved son, George, was dramatized as a stereotypical rich lazy son that the public expected, and no one even wanted to know what a simple and honest character he had possessed. As to how much all of this hurt Eva and ran her to ruin, no one cared.
The public was only interested out of curiosity. Although a super rich evil woman who killed her whole family lived the pitiful later years. So that happened more and more. And eventually, Eva's personality was transfigured until people started calling her a lunatic. It was said that it sometimes reminded her of her father, whom she had once admired in his later years, and that she laughed at herself with scorn. And on the day of that final family conference, because of Shermia Rudolph's daughter, Ange, had been sick and had stayed with her mother's family, she had not participated. At the age of 6, she had lost her family and had gained Eva as her guardian. Since Ange had become Eva's only blood relative, Eva took very good care of her. She had important guards surrounding Ange's person at all times to prevent her from coming to harm. Ange had even her right to play with friends, to come home from school together, and to enjoy the seasons together, stolen away, so that she can lead a full and pleasant school life. Eva had sent Ange to an elegant boarding school that took care of her every need, completely isolating her from the world. She didn't even know the popular songs that girls her age might hum. She was never given a chance to enjoy widow shopping with her friends, or stuffing her mouth with crepes, much less an encounter with a member of the opposite sex to make her out throb. What about the same sex, though? Pétan, pétan, sur pétan. Ange did not have a single friend. Someone carelessly acted friendly with Ange. They would be scolded by the guards, or else the teachers. All of them were strictly ordered to not let shabby humans approach the daughter of the esteemed Shermia family. During that time, talk shows were always mentioning Shermia Eva, always spreading rumors about her countless financial misdeeds. Those who knew where her daughter was naturally began to keep their distance. Even now she was called a witch at school, and anytime something bad happened, even if there was no proof, it would be whispered. Whispered as though it were absolute truth. That she had imposed a wheel on the school staff. The environment makes a person. By now she had a heart as wild as those around her field. No one trusted her, so she never bothered to believe in anyone. No one loved her, so she never even tried to love. And whenever caught an incurable illness on top of all this, it was whispered that this too was a conspiracy, and this time, Ange was set up as the mastermind. Everyone whispered that the daughter of witches are witches too. Even the talk shows and the weekly magazines whispered that. So Ange also accepted it as though it was definitely. No! As though it was obviously true. Poor Ange. Holy shit. Therefore, since she already believed that she was a witch, when she heard that the name of the Golden Witch was being turned over to her, she only felt like saying, "Just figured that out now." However, she was at least sure of one thing. This idol of witch that she had inherited would definitely never be inherited by anyone else. She would be the last head of the Shermia family, and the last lonely Golden Witch. Holy shit. Ange could be seen on the roof of a skyscraper. Compared to the winds of the world that had beaten down upon her until now, this strong, cold wind was warm and pleasant. Below her lay a beautiful nighttime scene, a dazzling river of red and white lights. I want to see... Oh, she's still not shown as dead, okay. It was supposed to be clear out that night. There really should have been countless stars stretching out over the sky. However, the light from the ground was too bright, so you couldn't see them at all. Ange couldn't help but think that was what she truly saw must lie in that unseen starlight. The world of reality below her looked so far away from here. She could imagine that this place was the closest to the world she really should be in. There was only one thing that Ange cursed. Why had she not been able to go to that family conference on that day, 12 years ago? Even though, if she had gone, it probably wouldn't have been possible for her to stay with her family forever. Lately, she'd been dreaming about her family over and over again. The person I was 30 years ago called out frantically, urging them not to go to the family conference. But both Dad and Mom are too far away, and my hand won't reach them.
But they always love me a lot, and they always pat my head. But even though it looks like that hand's about to touch me, even it does not reach. The angel lost its wings. That's true. You have a point. For some reason, I started having that dream over and over. Every time I had the same dream. Okay. I uselessly tried to stretch out my hand even more forcefully, over and over. Even if only Beatricked had lived. Then, perhaps, we'd at least be able to support each other in my cold and lonely reality. But his hand never reaches me. Even if I climb to the roof of this tall building. I'm so far away from all of them. A mysterious girl appears in my dreams and urges me. She urges me to find the truth of what happened 12 years ago. Only I could learn everything that happened to Father and the rest of them on that day. Would they come back? At least one of them? There was no way that anyone would answer that question for her. I get it. In this world, I have no family or friends. So, let's go. Let's go home. Where my family is. From the start, Ange's figure had been on the outside of the fence. The area below her eyes was distant, beautiful, and so fantastic that it actually didn't give rise to fear. If I look down, I'll surely be swallowed up by the world below. So I looked up, because I wanted to be taken to the world above, to the world where my family was. Who cares about West wealth? Who cares about cursed gold? Who cares about the golden witch Beatricked? What I really want, even a mountain of gold couldn't get me. What I need for that is to take a single step forward. Just that little bit of courage. At that moment, I definitely heard a voice. It was a voice I knew. A voice that had called to me in my dream for so long. Before my eyes. In other words, in mid-air above that jet-black nighttime scenery, there was a figure of the girl I'd seen in my dreams. It spoke again with the same voice I'd heard in those dreams. Your assistance is required. My... assistance? Who needs it? Your family needs it. Your family has been eternally imprisoned in this span from this day, 12 years ago, until the following day. If I save them, does that mean my family will come home? When I asked the question I had most wanted to, the girl cruelly stopped talking and hung her head. That scene was amazing. Genuinely so well written. I love that scene. I can't promise that. That's why I didn't start to make jokes or anything. I was just enjoying it. The song is good too. The enemy is a golden witch Beatricked, a mighty opponent. I cannot oppose her, but another golden witch might be able to manage something. I don't know what you're talking about. The only one who can oppose the Beatricked of 1986 is the final Beatricked of 1988. 1998, sorry. In other words, you. Ange. Ange Beatricked. That witch from 12 years ago. Wait, my family? That's right. She's your foe. The root cause that always leads to your future of isolation. My family's foe. In exchange, I will search for a fragment of the ideal world that you wish for. A world where your family comes home. I make no promises that your desires will be granted. Beatrice's game board in 1986 is quite perfect. I planned on bringing you the ideal fragment as a present today, but I still can't find it. This is a very firm fate. I haven't seen the likes of it since the times I fought Lambda Delta.
I don't know. What you talking about?
I'm giving you a chance for revenge. In exchange, I promise to search for and bring you the happiest resolution amongst the possibilities you're capable of accepting. Revenge. It may be a fruitless effort. Even if you succeed in your revenge, there's no definite proof that your family will return. Even if you manage to hit a miraculous probability, you may only be able to bring one person back, if that. Andrew understood the meaning of that dream. The dream where it seemed that, with just a little more stretching, her hand might be able to reach at least Beatricked. A miraculous probability. I mean, it's still higher than 0, right? Is it 1%? Trying to read any probabilities before the result is useless. So I cannot tell you that number. It will definitely be slightly more likely than if I do nothing. Yes? As long as you do not throw the desire of yours away, but be prepared. It is extremely close to 0. Okay. I'll take you up on that offer. Are you sure? You probably won't be able to return here again. This isn't the world I'm supposed to be in. I'll find the world I am supposed to be in myself. Tell me your name. The Witch of Miracles, Beatricked. And by the name, I acknowledge you as a Golden Witch, and Beatrice. Oh, she's right here. Hello. The final witch, born in 1998. She was named by Eva as her successor and was accepted, with Beatricked as a guardian. She had to start from square one as a witch, but because she exists 12 years in the future, she possesses the ultimate sort of magical resistance, so none of Beatrice's magic can target her. Oh. Furthermore, in manner opposite to her brother's magical resistance, she has a natural talent for attacks against anything of a magical nature. She holds tremendous potential for both offense and defense. However, the distance is vast. 12 years is a long time. Yeah, she's also not an idiot. Unlike Eva, Beatrice. God, I'm so glad she died. I'm so glad she's gone. I love this girl. I really love her. Holy shit. And what about... Still no, okay. As of now, you're a true witch. You instantly proclaimed that I was a witch. I felt dizzy, as though something inside me had changed drastically. At that time, I heard a clunk. It was the sound of the door that opened to the staircase to the roof. It was not Eva's guards. The only guards in name. And based a cage of wraps tightest around me, shutting me in. They saw that I was already on the other side of the fence and dashed forward, horrified. 20, we found the target. Requesting backup on the roof. Enj-san, we were looking for you. It's dangerous there, so quickly, come this way. What's that? My fan club. I'm pretty popular. No point in getting caught. Let's go. Looking annoyed, Beatricked turned on her heels in the jet black sky. Watching that perfectly casual gesture, I followed her as though it was completely normal. Enj-san, wait! Don't be hasty, look out! Zen dame. Well then, see you again next time. Please send a limo to get me, because everyone else will be there too. See you! Yeah, damn. Yeah, damn. He got style, yeah, on God. They got a different voice actor for every character?
There's a different voice actor for every character. No shit, they got bankrupted doing this game. What the fuck? That's insane. It was that worth getting them, yeah. But like, didn't it bankrupt the studio who made it? Like, wasn't it a flop when it released? I don't think a single of them does a bad performance, yeah. The last to share me, yeah. Complete the third Eden Tea Party. That's the final background? Okay. Some huge names in the cast, I see. God damn. I can't execute her. Yeah. I can execute him. I can't execute her. Because they didn't make a sprite to show her death, right? That's why. Whoever. What? I remember being able to say, yeah. That's not what I meant, but yeah. Okay. All right. Do I just start episode 4 today, or do I keep it for next stream? Remove the lock on this episode. What do you mean remove the lock on this episode? Someone clip that. You can do it. I can't do it. I wish I could. But I was like, oh yeah, I think I should say something. Like I think I could click the execute button, right, on the witches. I think in episode 1 especially. Like characters, no. Episode 2. Oh, it was a tea party. Good point. Wait, I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all. What the fuck? A little magician was inherited the black blood from Kinzo. Unlike Kinzo, she was gifted with talent and began to tread the path of the magician from a young age. However, her power is still weak, and she hasn't yet graduated from an apprentice's level. However, she is skilled with enchantments, which bestow magical power upon objects, and the magical items she creates are all master class. An unfortunate young man who Beatrice has taken a liking to. A human who inherited the black blood from Kinzo. This resistance to magical power Kinzo was born with was passed on to Beatricked. Ironically, it was this trait that made it so hard for Kinzo to succeed as a magician. Massive defensive power against magic can be, even by itself, decisive in a battle against a witch. He does begin to lose his power with age, but young Beatrick's power is still on the rise. Perhaps it's understandable that Beatrice tried to crush it as soon as possible. Makes sense. Kinzo is the earliest future, which he created to serve him and him alone with complete loyalty. So it was Kinzo's first creation. It was made with the help of a high-class demon. So while there were several defects in his initial specifications, he conceals a great potential within himself. In the many years following that, he continued to mature and compensate for his many deficiencies, turning himself to the nearly flawless butler furniture that he is now. He is approaching the limit of his service life. The magical power he can unleash for an instant rivals Kinzo's. Self-taught human sorcerer, his natural talent and level of knowledge are nothing special, but when his nearly insane powers of concentration and dedication were transformed into magical power, he awakened as a great sorcerer. His power is at least great enough that he was able to summon Beatrice and form a contract with her. But his power is great,
it is also extremely limited. He specializes in summoning barriers, so perhaps it is fitting to call him a summoner. I see. Shannon is, in the truest sense, Kinzo's handmade furniture, which is why she has such massive boobs. Which she created without borrowing the power of demons. So there were a few problems with her initial specifications. She was given a very rare and precious things. A heart. It seems that, as a result of this long personal experience, Kinzo came to believe that the power created by the heart contains within it a strong magic. In the lengthy span of time following that, she began to mature, becoming exceptionally skilled with powers of a protective or repulsive nature, such as magical barriers. Because of this, in the realm of barriers alone, she possesses immense magician-class power. Oops. And I want to read the last one. So far, he is the last furniture created by Kinzo. Making use of all his previous experience, Kinzo managed to implement a set of flawless specs. Ken was also given a heart, but it was much weaker than Shannon's. Perhaps because Kinzo felt a sense of approaching personal danger related to his fortune as he neared the end of his life. He bestowed Shannon with the rare power to fight and protect. However, he hasn't yet matured very far, and is unable to control his own power and speed. I see. Do I start episode 4? Or do I keep it for next stream? That's the question, because we have like 40 minutes left. Oh yeah, I forgot to read the intro here. Good morning! Oh, it's shocking. Wait. Oh, shocking that you haven't been forced to surrender that you haven't been forced into surrender even now. At this point, even I am forced to expect a lot from you. Now all of the game takes place on the board. What about taking a little peek at the outside this time around? They say that if you know your enemy, you need not fight 100 battles. The difficulty level depends on you. The manner in which you fought up until now will greatly influence the difficulty of this game. Maybe just work on the chart. Okay, question though. In you guys' opinion, what is going to be the difficulty of this game? You've seen how I've fought so far. Is the level going to be equal? Is it going to be extreme? Is it going to be standard? So, I do want to clear out a few things. Right, on the chart. There's a lot that doesn't need to be here. This, I'm leaving this. But I am going to create a new chart into which I will copy paste this. Here we go. We're gonna have to make a new chart because I know for a fact this is gonna be useful. I can't really display two charts. Could be impossible, could be easy. True, fair enough. This, I've never used it. I don't know in what occasion I would use it. These sprites I can get at any time. I thought she was a one-off character or some shit. You're funny, but also not that much. This sprite made me laugh a lot. This I'm definitely saving. And this I think I can delete then. Alright, I've laid out the game board. I'm just gonna leave her here. I'm just gonna leave her here for now. Right? I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna leave her here. And I think I got, like, it really is just a matter of cleaning up a few things. And that was just, like, the things at the bottom right. Everything else in this shot I am pretty happy with. As I said, I think, theorizing-wise, I I don't know where to go from this. I genuinely do not know where to go from this. I've got a lot of info, but I'm feeling like a total moron. Constantly. Always. Okay, that shocked me. That face. When I first saw that, that actually shocked me. I'm gonna rewatch the VOD. I want to see exactly what my reaction was. I knew that you shouldn't trust Beatrice at all. But like, I didn't expect that. This served no purpose. Okay. The dolphin is good. Good enough take. Yeah, I think that's it. So we can start. Please be true. The episode 2 completely fucked me up when it was over, by the way. So, yeah. I think the child is well laid out. I've got a huge section in the bottom right that will keep. I will keep this section for later streams if I need to like write info, or if I... Typically, I did that for episode 2, right? I do sometimes go back to the previous episode 3 chart. Maybe episode 2, add a few items if I think of them. Or if it's relevant to the episode. Like, for example, episode 2, at the start of episode 3, they give more info about episode 2, right? So I might keep this section for that. We're gonna save. And I'm gonna demete complete for episode 3. And now, it's the new one. Right here. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it, right? This is just a placeholder. Let me just... Wait, what? Wait, oops. I fucked it for a second. There we go. And... You know, I'm thinking, right? One of the most devastating thing that would happen to me is if I finish Umineko and I realize that all this time I have not gotten a single theory correct. Not a single one. I would be devastated. Genuinely devastated if that was the case. Like you Beatricked. Yeah, no, as I said, I did believe for a second that she had a change of heart. Because that was, what's the word? That was believable. That was well written. I believed it for a second, but I knew that no matter what, Beatrice is still a witch, would
fucking murdered thousands. And the last thing Beatricked wants to do is to acknowledge her as a witch and enter the Golden Land. Because the Golden Land is a lie. The Golden Land is not, it's not a paradise, it's limbo. And probably more. She's been alive for 1,000 years. That would be one... Yeah, I said millions because I'm exaggerating. I doubt she was actually involved in the death of millions. Who knows? Who knows? What if she was... I mean... She has predecessor. It's a title. Seriously. It's a title. Right? It gets stand for generation. And like one generation has killed like 20 people. The next has killed like 1,000. You know? The witch has been alive for 1,000 years because the witch is a title. And clearly it's a title because it was passed to like 3 people. So like, you know, you get... Wait, I can do something. Here we go. Perfect. I think this guy believes in witches. I don't! I don't! Listen, at no point in time have I ever gone back on this that magic has not existed. I've repeatedly said so. I mean, I guess you guys weren't here. But like during the entirety of episode 2, I was saying shit like, yeah, no, this is just barrel on acid. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. He does not have a sword. This barrier does not exist. I've been the most consistent anti-witch guy ever. Explain how everything happened. Okay. Okay. Episode 1. Episode 1. They arrive on the island. Either Rosa or 90 person starts murdering people. They do some shady shit to make the others believe they're a witch. And then at the end, they escape with the gold. Boom. There we go. And it's not that complicated because it's just like the very basic tricks that I think I figured out. Episode 2. It's a typhoon and everyone died. And like, the food was spiced with LSD. With a lot of LSD. So they all tripped out as the typhoon came over and razed the entire island. Episode 3. Eva killed everyone with a shotgun and the shotgun was laced with LSD. Here we go, that's my theory. Can you counterclaim this? You can't. You can't. I win. I win, you lose. You lose, I win. Alright, I'm gonna go. We're gonna keep this for later. Again, I'm gonna set up the game board at the start. I'm gonna keep this every time because this is perfect, right? We're setting up the game board. And checking what happens and where's where and who's who. So. Thank you everyone for coming. I'll start episode 4 next stream from the get-go. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Very so. Very much so. I'll keep I'll finish Umineko episode 4, that's for sure. I at least want to be done with the questions arc. For the answer arc, I am definitely wondering how that would pan out. I doubt they can write 300,000 words just to solve episode 1. There's definitely some shit going on. But yeah. Bye bye everyone. Have a good night. Here we go.